In this video, I'm going to be discussing one of the most important tools that I believe every single powerlifter should know how to use. If you take a look at any powerlifting program in 2025, you're most likely going to see rate of perceived exertion, or RPE. In this video, I'm going to be explaining what RPE is, how to use it, and how it can benefit you in your training as a powerlifter. Before we get started, just want to say a quick coaching announcement. I'm opening up 3 spots for the month of September. So if you're interested in working directly with me, the link is going to be in my description to apply for one-on-one coaching. Next to my application link, there's also going to be a link to my programs, a free 12-week beginner powerlifting program, and my 4-month intermediate powerlifting program. This picture that you see on the screen right now is what I give all of my clients as a reference for rating their RPEs so they can get used to using it a lot easier. RPE is a scale from 1 to 10 that powerlifters use to gauge how difficult a set was completed. So for example, if a set was completed to maximal effort, that set is going to be rated at RPE 10. In powerlifting, RPE is a very important tool to utilize because it allows you to manage your fatigue appropriately during your training blocks. Fatigue management is crucial for your training because it makes training more predictable. If you're consistently overshooting or going way heavier than you should from week to week, it's going to be harder to predict the outcome for the final weeks of your training block. I always like comparing powerlifting fatigue management like cooking a steak. You never want to turn up the heat way too aggressively early on in the training block, or else you're going to end up being well done by the time you're at week 4, week 5 of your training block, and that's when you're going to be failing lifts or getting injured because you're trying to force progress. That's why it's important to be conservative and honest with yourself and your RPEs so you can pace yourself appropriately from week to week. In powerlifting, RPE is very similar to RIR, or reps in reserve. And I'm bringing this up because every single powerlifter is going to have a different rating for their RPEs depending on either how fast they can lift, how much they can grind out lifts. Like for example, I'm not a very fast squatter. Like I'm not very explosive out of the hole, and I can grind out reps very, very well on squat. So my RPE 8.5 squat might look really, really slow. It might even look closer to your RPE 10 squat because I know that if my lifts are slow, I can still complete the rep. That's why I like treating RPE very similarly to reps in reserve if you're newer on to powerlifting, because it's easier to kind of learn this the more that you train, the more that you use these tools. So with that being said, keep that in mind when you're trying to implement RPE into your training. After you complete a set, ask yourself, do you think you could have done 3 more reps for an RPE 7? Do you think you could have done 2 more reps for an RPE 8 if I asked you to do so? This is why if you're brand new to powerlifting, I really recommend treating RPE and RIR very similarly. Whenever you're training, so say for example, you have an RPE 7 set of 5. By the time you finish that set of 5, if you were supposed to do 3 more reps, would you be able to with the weight that you picked? If the answer is yes, you picked an appropriate weight. If the answer is no, you either loaded too much or too little. In powerlifting, I feel like it's very okay to consistently undershoot your lifts, but it's definitely a majority of the time not going to be a good thing if you're consistently overshooting your lifts. Undershooting is okay when you're doing a little bit more than what you did the week prior, so keep that in mind. Overshooting is just going to set you back than where you want to be. So whenever you're picking weights, you want to be responsible, especially because like most of the time your coach isn't going to be there holding your hand, making you pick the weights like during your session. So you need to make sure that you understand what to put on the barbell if you're doing an RPE based program. But yeah, feel free to take a screenshot of this chart that I posted in this video. Feel free to drop a comment talking about your experience with RPE down below. That'll let me know like what my audience is running. Like if you guys are running mostly percentage based or load based programs, or if you're running RPE based programs, that'll give me a better idea of what to make for you guys in the future. But that's gonna be it for today's YouTube video. Thank you guys so much for watching another full video. Hopefully you guys took something out of this. And if you are new to powerlifting, make sure to take notes, make sure to subscribe, because all of my content is specifically tailored to helping you become a better powerlifter and step on the platform sooner. Other than that, that's gonna be it for this YouTube video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.